Hey guys, it's Steph here. So as you can see behind me, look at our vegetable garden. Isn't it doing fabulous? I'm always amazed with how much growth happens in a matter of 2 months. So in this video, I kind of just wanted to walk around and harvest and recommend a tomato that has been incredibly delicious, and I'll tell you why. And then our blackberries that are loaded are starting to come out. Some are ripe, some are not. And that's what's so cool about these blackberries is you get to harvest them for a very long time because they don't all ripen at the same time. And they are amazing. They're big, they're juicy, and they're sweet. You just got to make sure you pick them at the right time. Also, my cutting garden, my zinnias and cosmos have been going nuts. So I haven't been able to keep on top of my cosmos as far as harvesting and deadheading. They just come out like crazy. So I thought it would be fun to make some bouquets with my zinnias, and I want to recommend a few of the zinnia varieties that I have just been so pleased about. Okay, so right here, this is the early doll variety that I have been in love with. So they're a little bit on the smaller side. Some are a little bit bigger than others, but they have just been absolutely perfect. They look beautiful. There's a few in here that are a little bit bigger. See, the reason why I am loving this tomato is I typically put big beef tomatoes on my BLTs, but these give you the same flavor and they're not quite as juicy. They're still really juicy, but they don't take over your sandwich and have that juice run over everything. Look how beautiful and healthy these tomato plants look. They are so tall this year. My husband went and pruned the bottoms of them. Gives it a nice tidy look, and it's good for the tomato. So we've already been harvesting, like I said, maybe for 3 to 4 weeks now, and they just keep coming out. And then we have some of our later ones starting to come out, but this is definitely one I would put in your own yard for next year if you're wondering. Look how fun this is. I have no idea what this is, but it's fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick some of these. Oh, good thing they're tough. Hello, corn. This corn has been so good just to eat right out of the husk without even cooking it. It is so sweet and crisp. Look how beautiful that corn is. So I got a lot of corn I gotta harvest. So my husband did some succession planting, which is pretty exciting. Oh my goodness, look at this. My little girl must have braided the silk on this corn. It looks just like carrot. The silk gets pollinated, so you have a lot of kernels in your corn. If it doesn't, that's why you don't have as many kernels. Fun little fact right there. This one isn't very tall, and it looks like it got a little haircut, but it did it. How funny is that? Oh my gosh. We're gonna show you what it looks like. Oh, look at that. I have to say, it does get really challenging to keep up on it, especially if you have a busy life. So I'm gonna have to start asking the neighbors to come over and pick some stuff. And then zucchini, we all know zucchini just grows like crazy. You plant one plant and you have enough to feed your whole neighborhood. So I gotta get some of this zucchini out here and harvest it. This is the second round of strawberries. So these new flowers are starting to come out, so we'll get some more strawberries here in about a month. The first round was awesome. Some of these have come out really nice and big. Oh, look, there's one hiding in here, so look. I love this. This is the ever-bearing, so you get them all summer long. Okay, we're gonna move from the garden to those amazing blackberries. There are still quite a few things in here I didn't show you that are not quite ready to harvest. Some of our potatoes, some of our onions, some squash that's not quite ripe yet. We've already harvested a bunch of our raspberries. We didn't get to pruning them this year because there's so many other projects going on, so they were quite a bit smaller this year. So these dead ones will show you that they need to be pruned in spring. It would have been easy, but it's one of those things we just couldn't get to. Here are the magical blackberries I've been talking about. So I'd highly recommend the Black Beauty varieties and the Triple Crown varieties that I have here. I'm just gonna go around and show you how many are starting to pop out. We've already been harvesting them for a good solid week and a half to 2 weeks. Look at this huge one. They are so big. Look at the size of that blackberry. And this is a perfect time to pick it because it's lost its shiny color and it just comes right off the stem. Like so many of our goals, my husband and I wanted to trellis them this year because they are trailing thornless blackberries. You can see that the stems are starting to kind of sprawl into the grass. And we also didn't get to pruning the blackberries this year. Despite that, they're still loaded. The blackberries just would have been a little bit bigger, but they're still pretty massive. It's really messy in here too. This area has just kind of been neglected this year. You guys, I cannot wait to go make some delicious blackberry compote for some waffles or pancakes. I can't decide. So right here are my Benary giant salmon rose zinnias. These zinnias are my most awesome performers thus far. I'm gonna show you a little close up of this vase to show you why. Look at the size of these flowers. There's a little earwig in there. Get out, and a squash bug. Anyways, they still seem to be unfazed by all of those bugs in there. Just such an abundance of petals. They're tall, they're big, and they came out sooner than any of my other zinnias. My zinnias and my cosmos, which I'm gonna show you, are just really hard to keep on top of. They come out so abundantly. It's hard to deadhead all of them and cut them when they come out. So I'm gonna need to have people come over here and start cutting some of their own zinnias. That's a good problem to have. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start deadheading all these and harvesting a lot of these zinnias and cosmos and putting them in cute little bouquets. Okay guys, now that I've got most of those flowers deadheaded, some of those beautiful zinnias cut, I'm gonna actually pick some of my grapes out of my grapevine. It was pruned so heavily in the spring. You can see how it is just flourishing, but look at these grapes. So I'm gonna pick some of these, and then I'm gonna go get some of that zucchini cooked, get some of that bacon cooked, those tomatoes sliced, and have a fun little picnic with my family out here in the backyard. This has turned out to be the most glorious day. It's been so peaceful to be out in my yard, enjoying the butterflies. I'm so excited to enjoy this experience with my kids. They didn't want to be on camera, so we're gonna have a little party back here. This is one of the best things about summer, is when you can start harvesting all of your fresh food. This is the healthiest time that I eat all year long, and it tastes so amazing. I feel so blessed and so grateful to have the yard that I do and to enjoy this bounty. Also can't believe it, but it was just raining with the sun out. That is my absolute favorite thing in the whole world. So I cannot wait to dig into some of this fresh produce, this BLT, and enjoy these beautiful zinnias. I hope you guys like this video and have a great day gardening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.